Ethiopia is a country in the continent of Africa with a rich history and culture. This country not only has a special place in terms of history and culture, but also has attracted the attention of tourists and fans of Africa with its specialties. But Ethiopia is not only known for its cultural and natural attractions. This country has replaced the great challenges such as poverty, lack of opportunities, and strange and poor manners and customs in its heart. One of the oldest independent countries in the world has never been colonized, and this is a matter of its own. It is characterized by many other African countries. This country has a history of great kings such as Habesha and Suleymaniah, who have a legacy of Hazrat Suleiman and Sabah. But maybe the thing that Ethiopians have more right in their minds is the stone churches of Lalibela. It is a collection of churches dedicated to a person that are completely carved out of stone. These churches, which are recognized as one of the wonders of the world's architecture, have been built that look like they are under the ground and include tunnels and hidden pathways that attract viewers again. Ethiopia is not only famous for its rich history and culture, but it is not one of the most important and most valuable religious monuments in the world. The oldest version of the Gospel, called the Garima Gospels, is really preserved in the northern part of Ethiopia in the Abana Garamai Monastery. According to the sayings of this Gospel, it was written in the 5th century by the holy monk Garima and includes versions of the Gospel in the Guizi language, one of the ancient Ethiopian languages. This holy book, which is considered a miracle, has been preserved not only as an important religious monument but also as one of the oldest manuscripts of the world from a very high value. The existence of such a monument in Ethiopia is a special place in this country in the history of Christianity and is a symbol of the deep roots of the history and religion of this land. Many travelers and researchers travel to this country to see and learn more about the history of the world. But we take a look at these historical and cultural collections. Ethiopia is not dealing with big challenges. This country was one of the poorest countries in the world, and many of its people have a hard time reaching their basic necessities of life. In many parts of the country, people have not been able to access healthy drinking water, and drinking diseases from water pollution are very common. They do not have the first stage of stress. Hospitals and health centers were faced with a shortage of equipment and human resources, and this situation has seriously affected the health conditions of the country. In Ethiopia, many people have lived in absolute poverty, and there are 2 or 3 problems to ensure their daily food. The food shortage, especially among children, is of the main problems of the country. Many families are not able to provide enough food for their children, and it has been proven that the death rate of children in Ethiopia is very high. Because of the national and cultural diversity of Ethiopia, it is full of strange customs and traditions that you may not see anywhere else in the world. One of these customs, which seems very strange and strange at the same time, is the use of face masks among the women of crime and murder. These rapes are generally found in the lower lip of women, and although the amount of rapes is greater, women are more likely to have higher social status. This ceremony between the people of these tribes is a symbol of wealth and readiness for marriage. Another strange tradition in Ethiopia is the wedding of guests. In some tribes, especially in the Hamer tribe, guests are married at the wedding ceremony. This ceremony, as a symbol of the power and tolerance of the pain between the men and women of these tribes, is counted as part of the wedding ceremony and a symbol of loyalty and family loyalty. In the wedding ceremonies of the Hamer tribe, there is no other strange ceremony in which the groom has to move from one side to the other to show his courage and power. If the son-in-law fails to pass this test successfully, the wedding ceremony will be cancelled. This ceremony, which is known as a traditional ceremony for the tribe of men, was of great importance and showed the ability of the son-in-law to ensure the safety and well-being of the family. Another of the strange customs of these tribes is drinking holy water, which is considered completely sacred. In some religious and family ceremonies, drink the water of the Galilad tribe as part of their glasses. This is a symbol of the relationship between earth and nature, and shows deep respect for natural elements that make life possible for them. Drinking more than the amount of handmade alcohol is not one of the common issues in Ethiopia. Due to poverty and lack of opportunities, many people in the Russian area are exposed to the production and consumption of handmade alcohol. Thank you very much for watching our videos. For more videos, subscribe our channel.